Shericka Jackson, Dina-Asher Smith, and Daryl Neita, we expect a blazing battle in Birmingham. Who's your money on? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, hit that like button. And finally, leave your thoughts after this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, when we're ready, yep. Good to go. Well, we expect a blazing battle in Birmingham come Saturday, February the 25th, 2023. This, of course, is at the upcoming Birmingham World Indoor Tour Final 2023. Sparks should fly as Jamaica's Shericka Jackson takes on the UK's two best. First up, Dina-Asher Smith, whose parents, by the way, are Jamaican, and Daryl Neita, who has admitted to having Jamaican heritage. This should be a blazing women's 60-meter finals. What are your predictions? Adding Asher Phillips of the UK and Strawn of Bahamas should make this a very spicy race indeed. Dina-Asher Smith has been on a tear since the beginning of her 2023 season, particularly indoors in the women's 60-meter dash, and has been winning. In fact, she has actually laid down a new national record for the United Kingdom, a time of 7.04 going in. Here's one of her many wins. So clearly, Dina-Asher Smith is one to watch in this upcoming race. But then there's this young lady, Daryl Neita. Neita has significantly improved both her 100 and 60 meter in the last 24 months. Recently, she scored a new personal best of 7.05 in the women's 60 and also became the UK indoor champion in the 60 meter. Watch.
3 is Daryl Neita. In lovely form, Daryl Neita, 7.05, which is second all time in the UK. Good start there from Bianca Williams in particular. Daryl Neita up on her very quickly, though the championship record may be in doubt here. Look at Daryl Neita go.
So both these British athletes are at this point highly competitive. But then there is the one dolly, the superwoman, Shericka Jackson. Jackson, as far as we are aware of, has only ran 160 meter so far. This was at the New Balance Grand Prix, which was held earlier in February, and she failed to make the final. I believe her best time in the heats was a time of 7.34. Here you see her running her PB of 7.04 last year in Belgrade in women's 60 meter. So this, of course, is my 2 cents. Should that be a fact? I mean, like, should we be concerned about the fact that Shericka Jackson has not sparked so far in the indoor season? Now let's go back a little bit. For me, under normal circumstances, I would say that our prediction here at Peter Lloyd World, myself and the team, would have to be that the clear winner should be Dina-Asher Smith. But with Daryl Neita's newfound speed and that 7.05, which is not very far from 7.04. Remember, Daryl Neita's PB is now 7.05 and Asher Smith's PB is 7.04. So there's a razor thin difference between both of these young ladies. They are both on fire. They clearly take the women's indoor 60 meters very seriously, as apparently most European sprinters do and many of the American sprinters do. But the truth is, the Jamaican pros don't really take the indoor 60 meters to heart. In fact, if we're going to be very honest, they tend to use the 60 meter as training, you know, to work on either the start, mid-level of the, form, getting out of the blocks. It's a completely different thing for the Jamaican athletes. So the truth is, I'm believing that the race is really between Daryl Neita and her English compatriot, Dina-Asher Smith. I mean, that's who I really think the race is between. I don't believe that Shericka Jackson, as much as I would like her to be a factor, will be a factor in this race. Honestly, people, I just don't think so. Because I honestly think, and I'm going to say it again, the Jamaican sprinters really use the indoor season as a part of their training regimen. You saw Shericka Jackson do indoors last year to improve her sprinting speed, which is one of the reasons why she ended up running those two insane times, the 10.71 in the women's 100 meters, which is now her PB, which I think she's going to break that. She's going to run that sub 10.7 in the 100 meters this year. I'm genuinely convinced if she remains healthy. And you saw her run that insane 21.45, the now second fastest 200 meter all time. And that was because of, and we said this continuously throughout her indoor season in 2022. We kept telling you that why she was doing this was to improve her start out of the blocks, was to improve the first phase of both her 100 and her 200 meters. And you saw, the clear results. So the truth is, I don't want to say the race is not important, because I know she's going to do her best, but it is not of paramount importance to her season. Remember, I've said this to you before, the Jamaican pros, and in fact all the pros really, the primary focus is the outdoor season, which starts sometime next month or the month after, March into April, or sometimes even May, depending on the athlete. That's really the focus. So the fact that she didn't make it to the finals and ran 7.34 at New Balance was of no concern to me. It really wasn't. Plus, I think she's getting banked anyway. She's getting paid, and it might be a part of her contract with her shoe company. So shoe deal. So that's just how this works. So I don't want you to be concerned. That's what I'm trying to say. And I don't want you to feel that I'm betraying her. I'm just being analytical and looking at the facts. The facts is the race is really between Daryl Neita and Dina-Asher Smith. And for the first time, I can't say to you it's going to be Dina-Asher Smith. My gut tells me it's going to be Dina-Asher Smith, but the truth is Daryl Neita is on fire, and I expect fireworks. I am hoping that Shericka will be in that top 5, but I'm going to say it again. I don't think this race is that relevant. I think this is simply a part of her coaching staff's getting her ready for the outdoor season, because it's world championships, and that's the stuff it's the big stuff that matter, the big meets that matter. World championship being one of those meets. So you all know, we all know, I think, that the Europeans and the American athletes, the indoor is a big deal for them. We don't have cold in Jamaica, so indoors have almost no consequence to us here. So I expect a blazing battle, but I honestly expect that blazing battle between the two British athletes, which is Dina-Asher Smith and Daryl Neita. I'm just being honest with you. I don't think Shericka is going to be a factor here. I think Shericka is just working on form, getting out of the blocks, and trying to improve her speed. And you do remember that last year, even when she was doing all of those races, she took her time to get to that 7.04. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, kings, and queens. Bless up!